13, 2011. Street closure is requested to begin at 8 a.m. to allow for a setup of the event, which with the actual dance taking place from 3 to midnight. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved.
Moved by Mark,
Second, Your Honor.
second by Phil. Discussion?
Have we had these go up to midnight previously? Or were they had to be, I don't,
Yeah, we did with the bootleggers, whatever.
wasn't that,
bootleggers
was it
yeah.
midnight? But right at 12 o'clock, they had to shut it off, and then they started
Music,
picking up? Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
further questions? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 6-0. Presented for City Council's consideration is a request from the Civil War Memorial Committee for the use of city property for rededication of the Muscatine County Civil War Memorial. The committee is requesting the closure of East 3rd Street between Mulberry Avenue and Walnut Street on July 2nd, 2011, from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Moved by Jerry
Second.
and seconded by Mark. Discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 6-0. For the mayor's section, is there a motion to approve the appointments and reappointments to the city's various boards and commissions as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Moved by Phil,
Second, Your Honor.
seconded by Diane. Discussion?
I would just comment at this time, Mayor, that there's, I think it was 19 or 20 appointments to the different commissions. That is, it is, I know some of them needed to be filled, but also to have the interest to want to serve on some of the commissions and boards that have involved in our community. And so there is a lot of interest. And I guess just to at this time also remind people that they can go to our website if they want to share their interest in filling in on a particular board or anything.
Sure,
So,
you bet. Good comment. Anything else, council? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries 6-0. From the city administrator section, presented for city council's consideration is the final reading of an ordinance amending floodplain regulations. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, known as FEMA, has completed a flood insurance study and flood insurance rate map for Muscatine County, which goes into effect on July 18, 2011. In order for the city of Muscatine residents and businesses to continue their participation in the National Flood Insurance Program, the city must adopt legally enforceable management regulations that are compliant with the Title 44 Code of Federal Regulations 60.3. Is there a motion to adopt on final reading of the ordinance as submitted and direct for its publication as required by law?
So moved, Your Honor.
Moved by Bob Bynum,
Second, Your Honor.
second by Jerry. Discussion? Bob Bynum,
Aye.
Jerry,
Aye.
Diane,
Aye.
Osama,
Aye.
Phil,
Aye.
and Mark.
Aye.
Motion carries 6-0. Presented for City Council's consideration is the first reading of an ordinance amending Title I, Chapter 4 of the City Code pertaining to precinct and ward boundaries. State law requires that upon release of the new decennial census, information ward boundaries be adjusted by September 1, 2011 to ensure they comply with the standards contained in the state law. Based on the 2010 census, population of 22,886 each ward must have a population as close to the 4,577 as is possible. Is there a motion to approve the first reading of the ordinance as submitted?
So move, Your Honor.
Moved by Diane,
Second.
second by Mark. Discussion.
Your Honor, I do have one question. There was a memo that came out this week to us stating that the adjustments of these wards will not take effect until 2012, is that correct?
Yes, January 2012.
January, under state law, January 15th, 2012 is when these come into effect.
And why doesn't it take effect as soon as we vote on it?
Would you please,
Because that's what state code
please
says.
go to the lectern, please?
That's what's written in the state code. I couldn't speak to the reasoning behind it, so.
Okay.
Anyone else, council? Any other questions or comments? Anybody? Nothing? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. This is roll call. Diane?
Aye.
Mark?
Aye.
Phil?
Aye.
Jerry?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
And Osama.
Aye.
Motion carries 6-0. Presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution accepting the low bid and awarding the contract for airport runway lighting improvements. The city was notified by the Federal Aviation Administration, known as FAA, that funding would be made available to rehabilitate runway lighting at the municipal airport. This funding will allow the replacement of direct burial cable with protected conduit, updated conductors, and lighting, period. Bids were solicited for this project with a low bid from Kimray Electric of Urbandale, Iowa, in the amount of $325,005.30. The FAA concurs with the city's bid award. The project will be paid for through 95% federal funding and a 5% local share. The city is awaiting final notification from our legislative delegation that the funding has been awarded. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Moved by Phil,
Second, Your Honor.
second by Osama. Discussion.
If I figured correctly, the local share would be $16,250 approximately. And is that budgeted then?
Yes, this project was budgeted for, but please note, under the recommendation and rationale, that we will not be proceeding with the project until we receive final notification, typically from Grassley's office, that the project can be commenced. FAA has the funding, but is withholding the funding until their federal budget is approved.
But you expect it to be approved, you hope. Anyway.
Who knows?
It's a big deal, because, you know, we're kind of running on our backup plan right now out at the airport, and we need to get this project done. It's a little over 5 miles worth of wiring that needs to be done out at the airport. That goes down, and we have a serious problem out at the airport.
Thank you.
Further questions or comments? Anyone?
Say the least.
No one? This is a roll call. Phil?
Aye.
Osama?
Aye.
Jerry?
Aye.
Diane?
Aye.
Bob?
Aye.
And Mark?
Aye.
Motion carries 6-0. Presented for City Council's consideration is a resolution setting a public hearing on the Second Street Apartments parking lot improvements. The city has entered into a cooperation agreement with the United States Army Corps of Engineers for the design and construction of improvements to the Mad Creek Levee. On October 2010, the City Council approved a resolution establishing temporary and permanent easements acquired from the owners of the apartment building located at 903 2nd Street. That agreement provides for the city to construct and pay for the parking lot improvements being lost as part of the levee project. Prior to any improvements being constructed, a public hearing is required. This public hearing will be held on Thursday, July 7, 2011, at 7 p.m. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution as submitted?
So moved, Your Honor.
Moved by Osama.
Second, Your Honor.
Second by Diane. Discussion? Osama?
Aye.
Diane?
Aye.
Bob Bynum?
Aye.
Jerry?
Aye.
Bill?
Aye.
And Mark?
Aye.
Motion carries 6-0. Presented for City Council's consideration is a request to approve the rejection of all bids for the 2011 curb and gutter and street maintenance program. 4 bids were received for this project, ranging from $100,982 to $158,714. There is $69,000 budgeted for the work, and as a result, staff is recommending that all bids be rejected due to insufficient funds for this proposed work. Is there a motion to approve the request as submitted?
So move, Your Honor.
Moved by Bob Bynum. Second?
Second, Your Honor.
Second by Phil. Discussion?
I'm wondering what the status of this project will be. With Cedar Street not planned until 2013, there'd still be 2012, if that perhaps is the plan to carry it over to the next year.
Not to necessarily carry over, but to address portions of Logan Street still this year with the funds available. And throughout town, we have some intersections that need ADA ramps addressed as well. The remaining portions we'll address during the budget, come back with a recommendation based on funding availability.
Well, hopefully the work will be done.
We won't get all of Logan done, no, but we still plan to address work along Logan Street. We'll come back at a later date. We'll get quotes or bids for that work.
So you're down, you're
We'll have to downsize and narrow the focus.
narrowing the scope or focus of the project?
Yes. But there's also some ADA ramps that we need to address around the community as well. We'll probably address a few of those as part of this project.
Can we do some of those in-house, or are the guys busy? I'm assuming they're busy, but I know in the past we have had some of them done, but
For the most part, the last several years, we've been contracting all that work out. I would be more comfortable in continuing with that, doing it that way. That way we know they get put in properly, we supervise it. These ramps get fairly expensive too when you start putting in all the upgrades that are needed on it. Technically, whenever we make any improvements to roads, we are required to upgrade the intersections, the ramps, and we've kind of fallen behind on that. And so I've directed the roadway maintenance staff to take a look at those intersections where we are busy. They're on busy streets, a lot of traffic on it. We need to address that. And like Greg said, on Logan Street, I mean, we intend to use that $69,000 for the work that we had intended, but to reduce the scope of how much we do. I drove Logan today just to count how many paint marks we have on there in different areas, and I stopped at about 20. And so I think that we will be able to do quite a bit of work, but we're not going to get it all done. We'll see where we are next year, 2012, and continue with that.
Anyone else, council? Any other questions? Thank you, Randy. Thank you very much. All right, Bob Bynum? No, that's a voice call. Those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion carries 6-0. Presented for City Council's consideration is a request to approve an extension of the completion date for the Hershey Avenue Area Sewer Separation Project Contract 2. The general contractor has been working on this CSO separation project since 2010. Originally, the work was scheduled to be completed this spring, and the contractor had asked to extend the completion date to June 30, 2011. The contractor realizes they will not be able to meet this date and have asked that the completion date be extended to August 19, 2011. This date seems appropriate since the contractor is making significant progress in the final stage of the project.